Welcome to our new series called From Here to There. This series will feature special guests who've gone on a mission trip. A mission trip is simply a trip where you go somewhere and share Jesus' love. I am so excited to travel vicariously through them, hearing their stories, seeing their souvenirs, and so much more. So are you ready to go from here to there?
Hi everyone, my name is Victoria and I work at FCC in Outreach. Outreach is the opportunity to connect our FCC family with serving opportunities here in Huntington Beach, in our country, and across the globe. Today I wanted to talk to you about one of our short-term mission trips that we have done to the country of Ecuador. So, Ecuador is located in South America, in the northwest portion of the continent, and as you can see, it's located right on the equator, which is why it's named such. So, Ecuador, fun facts. Well, it has 4 diverse geographical regions. It has the Andes Mountains that pass through it, the Amazon jungle, the Pacific Coast lowlands, which is much like our Southern California, beach areas, and an area off the coast called the Galapagos Islands. Something really cool too for you geography people is every place has a latitude, and the latitude where the equator passes through Ecuador is 0, 0, 0. 0 degrees latitude, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. This is a t-shirt I brought back from there. Another cool thing about Ecuador is its flag. So this is the flag of Ecuador. In the center is the crest there with both the mountains and the sea. Our son collects international flags. He has them hanging all over his room. So whenever we travel, we try to bring back a flag from the country we have visited. So another thing about Ecuador is it's usually a pretty balmy 85 degrees year-round. Because it's located on the equator, the midpoint of the Earth, the temperature doesn't vary a lot. Except when you go into the mountains, then it's a little cooler, maybe a little steamier in the jungles. So there's either a wet season or a dry season. We were there during the dry season, which was kind of nice, although it did rain a little bit, but it was still all in all around 85 degrees always. So some other cool things about Ecuador are the brightly colored fabrics that they have. This is a bread cover, so if any of you have been baking bread in this season, this would go like over your bread after you've baked it to keep it warm. And on here is some really bright embroidery. And what I just loved about this is the girls' braids are actually braided yarn that are attached to the embroidery itself. Pretty cute. So, why did we go to Ecuador? And who do we work with in Ecuador? Well, I'm glad you asked that. Ibero-American Ministries is our ministry partner there in Ecuador, and they not only work in Ecuador, and in this particular area where we went to, they have about 6 different church locations throughout the country of Ecuador, as well as various places in Peru and in Chile, where we've sent many teams before. Maybe you know someone who's been on one of our short-term mission trips to Chile. Well, Ibero-American Ministries not only operates in South America, but they build a lot of water wells and serve the communities in Eastern Africa. They have a women's center, a community center where they do a lot of job retraining and skill building in the Middle East, as well as some different opportunities for ministry in various parts of Europe. So our trip to Ecuador mainly came about to this particular area, which was called San Vicente, because there was a very big earthquake that happened a few years back. It was like 7.8, so it was pretty large. It was off the coast, and because it was a kind of a beach community, just like Huntington Beach is, they had a lot of hotels, just like we have like the Hyatt and Hilton and all those other new hotels down near the ocean. And a lot of those hotels crumbled. People lost their homes, people lost their businesses, and it not only devastated the region because of lost buildings, but it also devastated the region because many people lost their jobs. So Ibero-American Ministries sent a team in there with immediate needs and supplies, just water and food and clothes, blankets, baby diapers and formula, and they just set out to help in the emergency disaster relief portion. Well, they just loved the community, and the pastor and his wife decided to stay. And they lived under some pretty rough circumstances, but they were able to stay, and then with the help of the other churches in Ecuador, they were able to start sending teams of just church leadership, staff, high school groups, and that's where our short-term mission trip came in. We were able to send teams down of about 7 people, 2 times so far, and kind of partner together with some of the high school teams from the Ecuadorian churches, as well as some of the other pastors from other churches and the family themselves, some of the neighbors, and we were able to build a house for 2 families that we had lost theirs in the earthquake. So even though it was basically our first and immediate need was to build a new home, Ibero-American Ministries does so much more than just build homes. They build hope and they build community in an area that kind of, when bad things happen, people sometimes just kind of start falling apart. And so they were able to actually share the light of Jesus in some real practical ways by building a home, but they were also able to meet with people and do Bible studies and just talk about what happened and be able to bring strength and hope that comes only from Jesus. So when we were there, we actually got to participate in all those things. We got to go down the street and buy ice cream with some of the kids. We got to do children's ministries. Most of it was outdoors. It was pretty cool. We also got to go to people's homes and do home visits every day. A couple of people from the job site would go and visit some people and pray with them and just encourage them. We also got to do Bible studies in the evening, go to people's homes and dance and sing and just share time with them and do icebreakers. It was just a blast. And we also got to bond with our team members and meet new people at FCC that maybe we had never even known before or spent time with before. So eating outdoors every day with our friends and neighbors and Ecuadorian teammates and American teammates. One thing that I brought back, and I loved to bring this piece of the culture with me, is after eating and after working, we would sometimes get a little sleepy. So we would sit in hammocks and just maybe take a little nap. So this is my hammock that I brought back from Ecuador. It's brightly colored orange. And when I am able to sit in my Huntington Beach backyard and think about the time and the fellowship and the friendships that I made in Ecuador and the times that we shared, it just really kind of transports me back to that area. And just taking a little bit of time out of every day to actually sit and relax and just be thankful for all that we have. It's just a great reminder of my time in Ecuador for me. So, even though we can't travel right now in this time, we will again. And maybe the next time we go on a trip, you'll be with me. So I hope to see you again and talk to you about another outreach ministry or opportunity that we have that's both here, local, or somewhere across the world. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Bye for now.